Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dead Space 2. This is episode 4. So, last time we got attacked by the Pack, a bunch of children necromorphs that hunt together. And we ended up here at Cassini Towers, where Daina told us to go, so presumably she is around here somewhere. This seems to be almost an entirely Unitologist's inhabited apartment complex, though. Okay. So I think the elevator is how we got here. Yeah. So this is the main room. It's very dark in this area. Sorry, I'm gonna need you to stop that right now. Always take out the infector first. Otherwise you'll end up with a bunch more necromorphs. Okay, there's a puker back there. I've heard that you can actually grab their projectile. Oh shit, there's a second one. Oh, this is bad. Apparently there was also a third one on the ground that I didn't see, that I punched to death. Okay, let's not get trapped up there. Turns out it's true, you can grab their projectile. We good? It's all quiet now. Also, one of them dropped pulse rifle ammo, which is interesting considering I don't have the pulse rifle yet. Yep, there's some more. Well, at least we'll have some stocked up for when we buy it. I was going to get that as my next weapon. Heal up, grab some more plasma ammo. I'm wondering if I should bump up the brightness a bit more, just because it does seem like most areas are pretty dark. Like, it does mean that it's going to be a little bright if we get into any well-lit areas, but how many well-lit areas does Dead Space really have? That doesn't actually seem to have changed very much, but that's okay. I mean, you're supposed to be using the flashlight a lot. We are ready. How many people have these little planet cracker models? There's also a wedding photo next to that. I don't know if they've ever actually said what this language is that the marker teaches people. Like what the symbols actually are. Somebody brought their pet to die with them. I'm gonna guess that these people all killed themselves in this plaza, just like the Unitologists in Union Square in Dead Space Extraction. But since they're unis, we don't have to respect their corpses at all. I literally shot that chair back into its original position. Okay, some javelin spears. Clearly Daina must be through here. Though, she did tell us that we have to cut through the Unitologist sector.
In 2214, a geophysicist named Michael Altman made a discovery that would change history. Buried at the impact site of a crater near the Yucatan Peninsula, he uncovered a divine alien presence. The Marker. The Marker spoke to Altman and revealed a plan that would unify mankind and lead them to a bright new future.
It says a impact crater, but it's the impact crater, as in the Chicxulub crater that presumably wiped out the dinosaurs. The Marker was sitting at the center of that, so the black marker wiped out the dinosaurs a bit in this universe.
By the millions, people flocked to hear more about the marker and the unity it promised after Michael Altman told the world of his profound discovery. But there were those who felt threatened by Altman's message. On March 15th, 2215, Altman was assassinated, and thus became the first martyr for the church.
And by assassinated, they mean the original Unitologist threw him into an arena with a Necromorph with nothing to defend himself except a spoon.
Altman's followers mourned his death but found divine solace in his message of unity. They would not allow the truth to be silenced and form the Church of Unitology to bring his teachings to the world. Today, the Church of Unitology can be found everywhere in the known universe. Its message is just as strong and relevant today as it was when Altman first revealed it. Billions of believers can be found across all social, economic, and cultural groups, and more are joining every day.
It's still unclear what the actual values of Unitology are, aside from kill yourself and be reborn as one. Like, they don't seem to have any other kind of message beyond the government is hiding an alien artifact with us that will bring unity. That's it. That's like their whole religion.
Calling from a small group of devout miners on Titan, the Titan Station Church of Unitology has flourished into a hub of Unitology worship, practice, and learning. It boasts one of the largest and most beautiful churches in the Sol system, and is often the site of the annual Unitology Enigma Symposium.
Also, they have that exact same symbology along the top here, so clearly somebody is familiar with the markings on the marker. I wonder if all the Unitologists know it, or at least the high enough ranking ones that have paid enough of their Scientology dues.
As we await glorious convergence, it is important to continue to nurture our relationship with the marker and understand the future it is preparing for us. The marker calls to all of us. It is our duty to approach it with an open heart and open mind.
Let the marker kill you and rebirth you as a horrible monstrosity. Though, in the original Dead Space, oh, well, there goes the windows.
It's Timon! He's found you! Into the church!
Those are bullets, that's what those are. Somebody's just firing through the windows. Okay. How am I going to not get shot here? There's no emergency shutters. Like, do I just have to run for it when he's shooting at a different spot? Yeah, it looks like they're just circling around. Chapter 4.
Daina, the Church of Unitology? Why here?
It's one of the few places on Titan Station that Tideman can't monitor. Separation of church and state.
No, Daina, we shouldn't be in here. This is the last place we want to be right now.
Isaac! My brother died trying to rescue you. This is important. This will work. I'm in a safe room at the top of the church. Meet me there, okay?
It's a bad place to be because somewhere in here is a room full of corpses. Okay, we got 2 doors. Unity Library, Indoctrination, Overwatch. I feel like generally you don't want to just have a room labeled Indoctrination. It's a little too on the nose. There is no death, there is only rebirth. Unity is forever. The marker is life, everlasting for all of its children. Praise Altman, chosen of the marker, architect of the church. The worst part is that the original architect of the church was actually just a government scumbag. Also, I just realized I think I'm out of plasma energy. I am out of plasma energy. I do have some javelin spikes and line gun. We haven't even used the line gun yet. Kind of forgot I had it. It's kind of one of those things where it's a powerful enough weapon that I kind of don't want to use it on regular Necromorphs, but I probably should. Attention, tour guide staff. Please remember to keep all visitors in your sight at all times. The indoctrination centers are strictly off-limits to the casual public. Remember, be the light in the room for those who walk in darkness. Over there are our indoctrination chambers. However, those are off limits from the tour. You'll have to join us if you want to know what happens in there. Hymns and prayers. Hymn book. Man, some of these textures are very low res. Especially considering how good the game looks, but I guess console limitations. I don't know if anyone ever made like an HD or texture pack for this. Gift shop. All are welcome. Give us your currency. That's kind of a nice light. We got fancy little markers. Those are probably supposed to be Altman. I don't know what these masks are supposed to represent, though. Alright. Let's go to the store first. Get rid of that schematic. We don't have anything to sell, do we? No, we do have one. Sell a semiconductor. Okay, so we have 29,000 credits. Nothing new in the store yet, so we don't need to save. I guess we'll get the pulse rifle, that way we'll have at least a full set of 4 weapons. Because those don't take up space in the inventory, right? Like, it shows them here, but that's just because you have to show them so that you can sell them. I do hope we get a new suit soon, just because I could use a few extra slots now that we have all this different ammo. Alright, so I only have 2 nodes, which means not going to be doing much upgrading here. Can upgrade the capacity. There's also a bunch of alt-fire upgrades. I believe the alt-fire has been changed. In fact, I think the alt-fire for the pulse rifle is different in every single Dead Space game. I think it's a grenade launcher in this one. I mean, again, the rotary fire was cool in the first game, but not super useful, and a huge waste of ammo most of the time. Funerary wing. Don't want to go in there. The objective is still down there, so we can look around. The reading room. Let's take a look. See what's in a book. Undead Rainbow. 2 tines entwined. From the words of our savior, Michael Altman, we know that all life intertwines at the end to become one. One mind, one body, one voice. The marker echoes this with its intertwined spires. We echo this with our entwined arms, fingers touching in oneness at the top. It is our sacred ceremonial gesture used in greeting, and in the opening to all ceremonies, large and small. So they like twist their arms above their head into like a spiral. I mean, you can see what she's actually doing down there. It's less cool. Another power node. Booped me right in the head. It's a shame you can't pull these back out. And he is in Unitology garb. I like that they have so many different slasher models in this, because the first game didn't have too many. And it makes sense that since everyone pretty much turns into a slasher...
Isaac, you see the symbols too. It means something.
Straws. Yes, I see the symbols.
We are a threat to them. I know it. We have to work together.
Work together? Who's them? Were you and Tideman? Strauss. Work will be Strauss.
Perhaps Strauss was simply left awake for longer than Isaac, and that's why he's so much more messed up. A Necromorph spawned somewhere. I don't know why I'm looking for trouble. But I guess we missed it. There's definitely a lot more color in this game than there was in the first one. Yeah, the first game was a lot of gray corridors, and very functional kind of stuff around the Ishimura. Not a lot of decorative bits, except for in the executive quarters, which look actually a lot like this.
The cathedral reported 2 pressure equalization cycles during services last Sunday. The first was minor and only blew some candle flames around, giving Pastor O'Brien a much-needed, if unexpected, boost in his sermon. The second cycle was more harsh, resulting in a pressure snap that popped people's ears and sent several to medical. That was not needed.
So clearly those windows already needed some repair before they got shot out. Stay with your tour guide. No talking during church services. No recording devices. Well, there goes my LP. Oh, there was a listen button on there.
Welcome to the Unity Hall. This magnificent library holds copies of the Church's most sacred texts and is a regular meeting place for the Unitology scholars as they debate the glorious mysteries of the Black Marker. Note the intricate details of the stained glass roof, forged from the hand-filtered sand of Titan itself.
Does Titan have sand? Isn't it just like pretty much rock? I mean, I guess after they ground it up and blew it up, there's probably not a lot left except sand. That seems like an excellent use for the javelin gun. Take out the infector and whatever it's trying to change. It's Unitology pastor. Alright, so what number is our pulse rifle? 2. I don't know why 2 is the bottom of the D-pad. Usually they just go in sequential order. Hello? Oh shit, that's probably below. I'm mashing. I like how when you win one of those QTs, he doesn't just like push them off, he just rips them apart. It does feel a little more effective, even unupgraded. Alright, I'm out of healing. It's really why I need more inventory space, is just so I can carry more healing items with all my ammo. Alright, so we're going up the main shaft. There's no other ways out of here, is there? Oh, that really didn't go very high. Okay. Indoctrination. There was a session in progress, so clearly that means they're all still going to be in there. Clergy. Fully vested members only.
Welcome to Indoctrination. A church seminar is currently in progress. Please wait for the next available church associate. Indoctrination is a pleasant, joyous event where you will take the first steps into glorious oneness, that is, Unitology.
Imagine saying that to someone with a straight face. Indoctrination is a joyous and glorious process. Yeah, that's where we want to go. What's down here? Is this where we came from? Yes, this is... okay. Loops back. It's a shortcut back to the store as well.
But you were meant to be part of something bigger. Then maybe Unitology is for you. Founded 200 years ago by our savior, Michael Altman. Unitologists believe that one day, all mankind will be united through the power of a sacred artifact known as the marker. We call this process Convergence. Imagine it. All mankind brought together with one purpose, with one mind, with one soul. No war, no fear, no hate. If that sounds like an ideal world to you, then look no further. Convergence is coming, and Unitology is helping it happen.
Funny, that's pretty much also the goal of Nerve in Evangelion.
Meant to be part of something
Or at least Gendo's goal.
Unitology is for you.
The Human Instrumentality Project.
By our savior.
Future expansion. Eventually, we're gonna build outward. So I guess this whole colony is not under a dome or anything. It's just floating out there on a chunk of Titan. It's pretty much one of Saturn's moons at this point, of its own. Okay, where did this broken panel come from? Oh, came from there. Hearing a lot of noises. Oh, thought that was coming from the other room. Indoctrination Test Phase 1. Results for Casey Milham. Desire to socially belong. High. Unassertiveness. Low. Gullibility. Low. Tolerance for ambiguity. High. Cultural disillusionment. Low. Idealism. High. Susceptibility to trance-like states. Low. Self-confidence. High. A desire for spiritual meaning. Low. Awareness of group influence on individuals. High. This subject is highly unlikely to stay affiliated with the church after a short period of time.
Vandalism in the church is not permitted.
The subject is highly... we would expect him to exit the system after the tithing requirements section of initiation. We should invite him to go as far as he'd like, but do not book future earnings against him. He has too much self-confidence to be swayed by the church for long. What do I need this for? Oh, probably this. Good. We've activated the smashing door. Take a seat. That's a pretty good use for the line gun. They really want you to know that you're supposed to use stasis here because they put the recharge right next to it. Quickly, before it stops stasising.
From the pain forever, then you'll beg for a way to end it all.
Definitely gonna need to remove Nicole from our brain pretty soon. I wonder why all the clocks stopped at 12, even though they appear to be not connected to anything, and thus the power would not have gone out on them. Schematic for a security suit. That sounds like an upgrade. I mean, in the original game, it was pretty much just varying levels of engineer suit, and then at the end, you got a military suit. But here, we have different kind of roles that would make sense as upgrades instead of just all the way through engineer. I think the one, like the main one on the cover of Dead Space 2 is a prototype something suit. I like Isaac's just look of disgust while he's struggling with her. When did his helmet come off? Like, did he crawl out of that vent and immediately lower it? So that his hallucination could attack him? I honestly don't know if the secondary fire is still the same for this. Actually, okay, I can look at my weapons, so you know what that does, Space to launch a grenade at your target, and fire a timed energy mine. So yeah, that's pretty much the same as it was in Extraction and Dead Space 1. It's like a mine, and then it just shoots a bunch of beams out of it. The right thing to do would be shoot this with the pulse rifle. Which I suppose has always been burst fire, but I didn't really notice it before. Okay, where are we going? We want to go that way, so we want to go this way. Which is also just going to be a shortcut. Let's head back to the store. We should be able to afford that new suit. Is there a better shortcut there? I think there is. That way we don't have to sit through the elevator twice. We can just go down here. Down the stairs. Rolling meat as we come through the door. I haven't really seen any major physics glitches, so I don't think that's much of a problem, even with running this at 60 FPS. Where is the store? Okay, it was in here. Security suit grants unique functionality to the wearer. Pulse rifle receives a 5% bonus to damage. Guarantees a minimum of 15 inventory slots and 10% armor. And yeah, your rig still retains whatever upgrades you had. Alright, time for an upgrade. Fancy, definitely very different from the engineering suits. Oh, okay, that's pretty much almost the helmet from the cover. I think it's a little less advanced than the one on there. But it's looking good. Okay, so we're fairly broke now. I'm gonna buy a health. Looks like we have a good amount of segments, though. Let's look at our upgrades. We got 3 nodes. Okay, so I put one into there, but we're going to need another one before I can even get air, which is not even that important. Or I could just put one in here, get air. But it's going to cost quite a few nodes before we can get to HP, so we're going to leave that. I could put 2 in here and start upgrading the damage of the pulse rifle, because I feel like that'll be a good cost to ammo save the benefit. I don't know all of the weapons in this game, but I do think there is a sniper rifle of some variety later on. Which, I mean, won't be that helpful unless there's a lot more open areas in this than there was in the first game. But because we were on the station, there might be actually larger arenas that we can use our long-range weapons in. There. Alright. we are back on track. Through the basilica. I couldn't tell what kind of enemy that was. It sounds like maybe something new, based on that sound. It might be the pack again? Infidels. Is it talking about the Necromorphs? Because I feel like they would very much not be infidels for this religion, as they've already been reborn. Okay, we have to go down. I definitely think this game could benefit from a shoulder-mounted flashlight, like in Aliens. Because, I mean, you know, you want to say, oh, the darkness is part of the horror, but, of course, this is more action than horror. And even Silent Hill, which is, you know, pretty renowned as one of the big horror series, always had a shoulder-mounted flashlight. Or chest-mounted. I don't want. Big mood. There are a lot of different noises coming out of this room. To join is to survive. Something really funny about having this big fancy church room and then just a fucking paper cup on the ground. Okay, I can't get to that other floor from here. It's all blocked off.
Daina, I'm locked out. There's something in the church. It broke the door.
Hang on. I'll try to override all the gates in the area.
Hurry. There's something out here, too.
Multiple somethings. Oh, it's these friggin' things. I've heard of these too. They also hunt in a pack, but they're very sneaky.
Isaac! I don't think I can open it!
Okay, that's one. 2. So they're not very strong, but they are very hidey. I love that they peek around the corner, though. People really love using deer sounds for, like, monsters.
You there?
I can't see you here. Can you do anything from your end?
Let me see what I can do.
Okay. Once you're through, you'll go through the funerary wing of the church and down into the crypt. It's very important you not disturb. No, EarthGov can't jam us in here. Not in here.
Daina! Important that I what?
Gee, maybe it's the church jamming us in the church. And Tideman works for the church and not EarthGov. Okay, we got a panel here. Let's do some engineering. Okay, firewall disabled. So they did break open this whole area. I guess we just need to head up. I'm digging the new enemy designs so far in this game. They definitely added some more roles than just enemy that runs up and hits you. You got enemy that swarms you, enemy that pukes on you, because there wasn't a lot of ranged enemies. You've got enemy that sneaks up on you. Oh, and you've got big punchy enemies so that it's not just the brute, because we did fight one of those tripods.
Welcome to the Basilica. The hauntingly beautiful hall serves as the starting point for many of our formal ceremonies. Its architecture is rich in symbolism, and the stained glass ceilings are forged from no less than the sands of Jupiter's long-lost moon Io, making them nearly priceless. Enjoy the light and the love this room offers, as many have done before you.
What happened to Io? Did they completely planet crack that after Titan? Funerary wing. This is going to be where all the corpses are. Another conduit room we can't open. Does it crypt access? Yep, crypt access. Preparation. Reunion chapel.
Attention. Please be quiet when observing the funerary rituals of the church. Flash photography and holographic imaging are not permitted inside the church. Thank you for your compliance.
Sounds much less friendly there. Okay. Don't even know what this room is. Archaic symbols room. Okay, this just leads to the other side where the store is. We're coming full circle.
We gather now to pay respect to the bodies of the dead.
Why was there so much meat in the center? Kind of a waste, but like, there's no other way to get rid of those guys cheaply.
With families and friends. When the dead is what the marker promised. And this is what we know to be true. All be praised. Children of the marker, we gather now to pay
Did the meat come out of this funeral tube
respect to the dead.
before it heads down into the freezer room?
Their bodies and souls go now into protected custody of the church, where they will be looked after and cared for.
Alright, let's head down to the crypt. I was about to stomp that body because I knew it was going to get up. It's like if he doesn't get up now, he's going to get up later. I wonder, can I rebind where the weapons actually go? I'm too close to see my HUD. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I can switch these around so that they actually... so this would be 2. I think that's 3. Let's see. Plasma cutter should be on 1. Pulse rifle's good on 2. Line gun on 3. Okay. Looking good. I wonder if I can find a well-lit spot to just look at Isaac's new outfit. Not really well lit. What about if I turn around? It's a little better. Chapter 5. I believe this game is longer than the original game's 12 chapters, so don't know how far along we are just yet. But I think that's a good place to end it before we head into the crypt, because I'm sure there's going to be something nasty in there. So, Until next time, I've been Shadefire, this is Dead Space 2, and again, having a really good time with this game. I like experiencing this stuff for the first time and having not spoiled it really for myself. But I'm glad to finally get around to it. Anyhow, you folks take care. See you next time.